Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night, depending on where you are in the world today. Welcome back to your Sunday evening's entertainment. It is, of course, our hardcore Curse of Strahd campaign, episode 5. Without further ado, let me hand things over to our enigmatic GM for the evening. Of course, only it's Funny Hurricane. Get away, dude.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 5 of our hardcore Curse of Strahd campaign. 5 for 5. I love it. It's been an interesting few sessions. Let's just get into the recap and jump on in. If you are watching, now would be a good time to like. And if you've watched like all the episodes and you haven't subscribed yet, I mean, it's episode 5. Come on, man. Hit the subscribe button too. Thank you. All right, so when we started last time, we were just wrapping up in the village of Barovia. We were up at Father Donovich's church. The bandits had been persuaded with gold and honeyed words to get out of the church, lest they face the judgment of you all. And they said, sure, okay, bye. And they took a 200 gold goblet, basically, and dipped on out of there. And someone asked what was in the basement. And Father Donovich said that it was his son. It was eventually revealed to be a vampire thrall turned by Lord Strahd, which, ta-da. And he's been using basically beasts to sate his son, while he works on a cure to, heal vampirism, which, yeah, he's a cleric, you never know. But as long as the food keeps being delivered, it seems like it's not going to be much of a problem. The mayor, Burgomeister, he basically said, meet me at my house and I will pay your gold and all that business when you guys are ready. And you guys said bye to Father Donovich after basically helping him clean up. There was some mending and things like that done. And met up with Ismark and were introduced to his sister Ireena, who gave Alara some arrows. And Ismark gave Mellie a metal shield. So now that she doesn't have the, she still has the wooden shield, but now is the 2 to the AC at least. You were also given gold and basically asked, what the heck you guys doing? And you guys were like, well, depends. And he was like, well, where you need to get to the village of Vallaki, and if you're going that way, we wouldn't mind going with you, since the roads aren't necessarily safe. And you guys were like, oh, well, we gotta go that way anyways, so why not? And you went back to the inn and purchased some road supplies, some very basic stuff, nothing crazy yet. But you have been told that Vallaki is basically the biggest city within Barovia. There's all the sort of basic town functions like blacksmith and arrow fletcher, woodworker, leatherworker, all that stuff. You have all that there. So civilization and maybe a chance to upgrade your equipment a little bit more once you get there. You guys set off for a farm that was abandoned for, reasons. I should also mention he did bring up, they talked about a little bit about what happened when they tried to attack Lord Strahd, and that's when ultimately Donovich's son got turned. But you guys took the road, went to the farm, no issues on the road, but when you got to the farm, you ran into some scarecrows, as well as a raven creature, go ahead and say were-raven, tied up in a silver chain, and the scarecrows are basically calling it guilty, saying that it was taking out the fields, but it was clear to all of you that maybe at some point these fields had grown something, but it wasn't anytime recently, and they basically asked you guys your opinions on if the bird was guilty or not. You guys basically get like, what? We don't even know what the hell you're talking about, and that was it. Eventually they tried to do the charm thing on you, or the fear, but it didn't work. So then we went into combat. You guys handled them. They did do some decent damage. I almost got Mellie, which made me think, I think I've either killed or almost killed someone in every session so far. It's been freaking savage. But Mellie had 2 death saves, failed, and actually I think she's, you guys long rested, so yeah, but did not actually die. However, the rule was retconned that I will now automatically hit people when they are knocked unconscious, as it makes no sense that I miss you when you are literally just defenseless on the floor. I will still roll to see if I get a crit, because a crit is worth 2. But you guys lived, freed the bird guy, and out of character Kenku stuff. Basically, he can't speak. He just repeats what you guys say in various ways. But seemed friendly enough. Eventually, I think it was Mellie mentioned something about tea, and he pointed up to the sky and said tea, and he flew off. And when watches were being done, he landed back down with some tea and shared tea with you guys. And you had another companion that was traveling with you at that point. As you guys woke up the next morning, headed off, ran into the Vistani camp, where you could buy some more basic supplies, get yourself some clothes, and things like that. So now you don't look like you did when you got off the cart. Some of you guys sold some stuff as well. But this Vistani camp is basically full of life and joy, just, a good old time. Compared to the rest of the place so far, where it's been dreadful and dreary, this is light, colorful, and fun. You have been warned by Ismark twice to watch your coin purse, though. He has mentioned that multiple times, and you will definitely see that he is doing that.
Alaris is in a hard-to-reach place. So.
Yep. But you guys were greeted by one of the obvious captains of this place, and she brought you over and was like, "Hey, we can do some trade. You bought your stuff." While Mellie just basically was like, "Well, I don't really got to do anything, so I'm going to go into the camp and start dancing and enjoying the music." And yeah, they didn't really seem to have any issues with that. Speaking of music, our bard got the lute, so now he's got the instrument he wants as well. And while all that was going on, while you guys were buying your items and Mellie was dancing, one of the, very similar to the one that's selling you stuff, clearly one of the heads of the camp, came out of the bigger tent, about the size of a caravan, and ran up to Mellie and pointed at her and said, "You are cursed." And then basically just everybody kind of stopped, even the Vistani, the music, stopped, and everybody looked. All eyes basically on Mellie right now is what was going on. And yeah, Mellie is just a bean. But she will point to Mellie, say that, and I don't need a save or anything like that. You are already cursed. She is not inflicting a curse on you. She's just pointing out that you are cursed. But the Vistani are going to kind of back up. Like, wait a minute. What, hold up. Hold up.
I'm here for a second. As soon as friends get here, I'll have to leave. But
okay.
Or go back to listening.
Yep. The woman will point over to the tent and be like, this one over here. And be like, "Come, join me."
Oh, okay.
What's the rest of the group doing while Mellie is escorted to this tent? Yeah, right.
This is so bad.
Suppose I will stand guard and eavesdrop, but that's about it. I ain't gonna piss him off right now.
Okay, sure. The tent flap will be open, so as long as your passive perception is over a 10, and they're not or actively trying to
15.
be secret, yeah, then you'll be able to hear. Valmir, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I'm gonna step over to about there, and I'm gonna be able to keep an eye on the tent that those two are near. But I'm gonna get my lute out, start practicing on that, playing some tunes on that. Just get a little performance in. Moosehorn's wise. I'm preparing an enthralling performance should it be needed. So,
okay, no problem.
Yeah, essentially, you can charm 3 people if they've listened to you perform for a minute. So, assuming that you don't need it won't happen, but it's there.
You can give me a performance check. Once you start playing, by the way, the Vistani will resume the merriment once Mellie's been escorted away. Talon, what are you doing? You just...
Ugh. I love how you went to stand in the exact same space that I just left as well.
I'm just going to
maybe it
there
is
and
cursed.
kind of listen to the performance, but also be in the middle and ready for whatever happens.
Okay. You sure you want to listen to the performance? It's a 7.
You know,
the rest
somebody's
of the
got to cheer him on.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's doing pity claps, is what he's doing.
Yep. The rest of Vistani will just kind of, pick up the slack, get you back into your rhythm there. But as you enter the tent, Mellie, you will be presented by an older lady, which I love. Okay, so this is her handout. All right. I don't know why Strahd's in the background, but the woman in front is the person you're meeting with. All right, it's not not Strahd there, but she smiles as you come in, and basically in front of her, she's sitting in a chair, and there's a chair in front of her, and there's a table and everything. She'll point to the chair and be like, "Take a seat, child."
Okay, yes, ma'am. And just plops right down.
And she'll kind of hold her hands out on the table, palms up, and notion to you like, "Hey, put your hands here."
Okay. Mellie's very good at following instructions, so.
And she will. Okay, apparently she will say, "Close your eyes."
Okay.
Can you give me a wisdom?
Confidence. This can't go badly.
Yeah, you will. We'll see. Give me a wisdom saving throw as you close your eyes.
I hate you.
We save. Yeah. Okay. So
wisdom lives in the deck of many things.
Yep. You close your eyes, and you see you're basically seeing back to Death House. You're seeing the statue that you got too close to and made a bad save on, if you may recall. And basically, unseen servant's not quite the right thing, but something has been attached to you, following you and watching the entire. Like, you can basically see, if you were to astral project like 10 feet around you and like have your vision, you could see the whole party and everything. And like, you're basically watching it. It's been on you the whole time. Whatever this has been watching you and your whole group, basically the entirety of this trip since you got out of Death House. And when it gets basically caught back to time, we'll just go ahead and use that face that came with Madame Eva there. The Strahd face, the scary face, will pop up, and you will be frightened enough that you will have to let go and jump back, basically.
Great.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
And she will smile, and she'll be like, "It's been with you for some time. It's a little out of my league, but there are individuals within Vallaki that can assist you. Just know someone is watching until you get there."
Oh. A little creepy, but I mean, to each their own.
And she's gonna kind of smile and look out the tent, and be like, "Would you invite your friends in, please? I have a request of you all."
Oh. Okay, sure.
Alara
Steps out and just, I can't get through.
Alara steps
Oh,
in
there we go.
before she even steps out, because she was eavesdropping the whole time.
Yeah, the tent's kind of
Oh.
weird.
Well, that worked
Do you
out.
think I'd leave you unattended?
I mean, things happen.
Oh my gosh.
What was I doing? Oh, right. Guys, come on. Very nice lady. Everything's cool. Come on. Oh, also, don't do anything embarrassing around me. I seem to have what's a good word? No, don't know. There's something watching from around like 10 feet of me, so just don't do anything embarrassing in my presence. Thank you. Just casually.
Thelmy will get up and be like, I apologize, but it would seem that I am needed elsewhere. I feel this instrument. It's new to me. I might need to give it a small tuning, but thank you for your audience. And he'll kind of like bow and step away, with a little bit of haste in his step.
You can hear one of them be like 2 left fingers or 2 left hands. That one, just as you. Yeah, only 2 fingers, but you guys will get crammed into this tent, basically. And the lady will introduce herself. So, I am Madam Eva. I am of the Vistani camps here within Barovia. I am one of the elders, the leaders. There's another one on the other side of Vallaki as well, but we generally stay on this side and travel between Barovia and the Dusk Elves. And she kind of looks over everybody and says, my scouts have told me that you arrived from that dreaded manor. Tell me, were there any casualties within?
We did lose one of our number to the house, but we gave a good account of ourselves. We dealt with the creature inside, along with several different kinds of animated corpses. And I want to call it a shade. Demanded a sacrifice of us, and we weren't, well, with an exception, we weren't particularly willing to offer up more of our number to sate the demands. But we managed to make it out with enough material for a good song or two, perhaps a story, even.
She'll smile and basically be like, so just the one then?
Yes, but it would seem that they died a little too early for the house's, the Shade's requirements. They wanted one to die on their terms, as opposed to calling the minions of the house. I don't seem to understand it, but
that's pretty typical cultist behavior, so not too surprising.
We did manage to lay some spirits to rest, though. In such a frightful place, we managed to do some heroic deeds. All the same.
I'm glad for it. This place is in need of heroes, after all. And she looks around everybody and she says, of our Lord Strahd.
I'm sorry. We've yet to meet him, but I believe we're heading in that direction.
I think the most I know of him is from a letter. That's about it.
Yes. Elara inherited the deeds to the house and a windmill, I believe. But we also found a letter which was pretty berating to the previous occupants of the house.
Servant, I believe. I also sold that house.
Oh. Well, that's good. Especially if you're not planning on staying. And she smiles and she says, okay, well, let me fill you in a little bit. Our Lord Strahd is a bit of a hard man. He's the different types of lord. He's more of the war-faring type. But he is cursed to remain here within the realm of Barovia. And there's not much warring to be had here. And she pauses for a minute and she says, you know that you can't leave the fog, right? Someone told you that at least.
We were informed as much, but we were also apparently that some among you have the freedom to come and go as you please. If
Some do.
if by any, I mean, I don't suppose passage can be acquired.
She big smile at this one. Everything has a price.
That's
But-
not a no.
It's not. It's funny that you should mention that, because the one person we can't seem to get out of Barovia is Strahd. Even our most experienced fog travelers get lost. Some of them don't return. So he is trapped here. And as long as he is trapped here, most of the people are trapped here as well.
How's your naps?
My nap was good. How was your nap?
Oh, it was good. Sorry, I didn't realize I was unmuted.
You're good. But I lost my damn train of thought. She looks. He's like, he's trapped here, and so are the people. Recently, as you likely heard, there was a gathering of individuals who attempted to stop Lord Strahd, but they failed pretty miserably. To my knowledge, they were betrayed, and that cost them dearly. A lot of individuals died that day, but the thing about Barovia is the souls don't actually leave. They just kind of linger until another, vessel opens up, so to speak. So there's a lot of trapped souls here as well. We Vistani are quite loyal to Lord Strahd. He's been very good to us. So when I ask you this, know that I do it out of respect. I'm going to give you a way to defeat Lord Strahd, to free this place of this curse, and to free him of this curse. Can I count on you?
Absolutely. Just no hesitation.
On
Perfect.
the proviso that it is helping him ultimately and not upsetting him, then defeat does not mean kill necessarily.
It's not.
Then I believe if it is to the benefit of all here, then I can see why that would be necessarily a bad thing.
And she nods and she says, "It will not be easy, but there are ways to weaken him. These were mainly the tools that the last group that attacked him did not have." And this is where she will draw out the tarot deck that we did earlier, before we actually started the campaign. And she will draw out the cards. Let me get to the cards and what they say so that we can write them all down. Oh boy, okay. I don't remember exactly who grabbed what for these cards, but I have the cards down, so I'm just gonna go in order. Fortunes of Ravenloft. That's right. That's what it was. All right. So she will flip the first card, and again, I don't remember who's who, but you're all here, so whatever. You each get a card.
I remember the one I got because I made jokes that it should have been Mellie's.
Oh, but then you probably got the paladin, didn't you? Because that's the first one. So she'll pull the paladin card and flip it, and put it on the table, and she'll say, "This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy." And as she flips the card, she says, See a sleeping prince, a servant of light and the brother of darkness. The treasure lies with him. And I'll just do that. There you go. Make it easy. She would flip the second card, which would be the Swashbuckler. And she will say, this card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. And as she flips over the swashbuckling pirate card, I see a skeleton of a deadly warrior lying on a bed of stone flanked by gargoyles. She will then, flip a third card, which would be the Berserker. The Berserker, yep. This is a card of power and strength. Tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. And she flips it and she says, look for a den of wolves in the hills overlooking a mountain lake. The treasure belongs to the Mother Night. Toss it over here. And then we'll get the last flip. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. And she flips the card, and it says, I see a young man with a kind heart, a mother's boy. He is strong in body but weak of mind. Seek him out in the village of Barovia. If only they all gave you the exact fucking location, huh? She will then go to flip a fifth card, which will start on fire and turn to ash, as Madame Eva will kind of shake her hand back and forth and say, well then, I guess that's all the help I'll be able to give you. But she basically pushes the card to each of you. If you remember which one was yours, just put it in your inventory and just remember that you got it. If not, just pick one. I've got them all written down. And the madam will then say, if you keep following the road, you will come to a crossroad where you can go to Castle Ravenloft. Lord Strahd doesn't bother closing the gates. He's not worried about anyone, but I wouldn't recommend that. I'd recommend first going to Vallaki, getting a better lay of the land, and dealing with your little problem, Mellie. But in the meantime, if you wish to stay and dance and eat and watch the horse races or ask me any other questions, by all means.
How do you know my name?
She smiles and she points down to the deck and she says, they help me see things.
Oh. That's helpful.
It can be. But if no one else has any questions or anything like that, you're free to head back out into the camp. There's horse races, food, and dancing. And then whenever you're ready, we can move on, but not a super big rush or anything.
Barman will step up and thank you for your wisdom and insight. Your such matters.
He smiles. She smiles and nods. She says, next time you come through the camp, hopefully you'll be better tuned with your lute.
Yes. Yes.
Clara will be snickering.
Sometimes these things take some tuning for one to become familiar with. It's not entirely new to me, this instrument, but this particular design is yes. Thank you, and I will be sure to ensure that I'm better practiced next time we meet.
She just smiles and nods. She says, "You'll find your rhythm. Don't worry."
You'll step out.
I just put a gold down on the table, say thank you, and walk out as well.
Okay.
Damn.
She'll
okay.
snatch that shit up immediately. Just whoosh-ah, thank you.
Yep, a gold for the lady.
Cha. She didn't think she was getting paid. All right.
Mellie will speak up one more time. Just side question, unrelated.
Mm-hmm.
Does this place have a habit of waking things up in people, especially those with minor celestial blood?
She'll kind of look you up and down and say, "You should visit the father in Kresk. I think he might be able to help you out with your question. He knows much of the celestial blood."
Okay. It was just weird, because, like, I couldn't do a thing before I came here, and then suddenly it's here, and I'm like, oh, sign, but also maybe it's just something weird about this place? I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much, and she'll drop her last 2 gold on the table. Like, the last 2 she has to her name, and walk out. She is broke, officially.
Mag it up. All right. Oh, that's how Mellie prefers it, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's reasons. Right. Stepping away to eat because everyone is finally here.
All right, cool. Perfect. Well, we got through that. That's all we really needed to do. So you can just listen now. But Valmir, as you step out, I'll go ahead and I'll roll there, just to give them, see how good their music playing is. They have a +5. Okay, so a little better than yours, but it doesn't sound great. Perhaps they've been drinking a little too much. You're welcome to jump back in again if you want. The only other thing that's really going on is they are betting on horse races if anybody wants to try and make a little bit of gold. Basically 4 horses running up and down the road for about a mile. First one to make it to the end wins.
Okay.
Or 2 miles, 3 miles. I don't fucking...
I will
however
bet on
long.
horse number 3.
Okay, there's 4 horses. Hang on, let me... Number 3, Golden Dawn. All right.
Yep, I'll put in 5 gold.
Okay. If you win, you double it to you'll make basically 5 gold. Anybody else want to bet? I can give you more details on the horses if you're interested.
I'll bet 4 on horse 1.
Okay, that's Cinderwin. All right.
I'm gonna
5 on...
find not completely secluded area, but a place kind of like away from the fire a little bit, and I'm gonna practice with the new loot. A little bit embarrassed about the previous performance.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be
Mellie,
a signature instrument. So, yep.
Once you're checked by Madame Eva, basically like, well, you're good, so you can just jump right back in. While Valmir works on his thing. All right, I'm gonna make it real simple. They're basically gonna get ready to go, and I'm just gonna roll a D4. You got 25% chance to double your gold.
Woo!
Here we go.
Oof. Wow.
Yep. The one called Zephyr near the end flies through. And unfortunately, neither of you are able to, make any gold. But you took part in the festivities. And you agreed to take on Strahd, so if you don't have inspiration, you can have inspiration now. You're doing your job. But now the horses have to rest. The people are kind of winding down. It's roughly about lunchtime. You guys are free to eat with them. And then, if you're ready to go, Ismark will basically be like, good. We could probably make it to the crossroads this evening if we left after lunch. From there, it'd be about one more day.
No, I have no objections. Yes, I'd like very much to be at the town, see what is there.
Excellent. So you guys aren't gonna have to use any rations or anything like that. It basically be fed for free for the day. Everything. Refill your water skins, and the Vistani will, eat with you, chat with you. Good old time. They just seem like they're fun-loving people. And then after lunch, you guys grab your gear, set back out on that lonely road, heading towards Vallaki. We'll just the map for now. As we are walking, I suppose it'd be I reckon be a good time for the old perception checks from everybody, huh? There we go.
I'll be looting on the way.
Sure. Looting.
Yep.
Give me old performance if you want, unless you mean fixing your loot.
No, I mean, yeah, there you go.
Hey, there you go. 2020. Perfect vision. Yep. Eaten, so I will just roll. I think it's just 20 anyways, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Yep. I'll just do that. Okay. So as you guys are walking, the fog kind of gets a little bit thicker up ahead, so you got about 30-ish feet of like good vision, and then it gets like kind of thick as you guys are moving. Ismark does not seem like this, not fucking affecting him. This is every day for him, you know what I mean? So he just keeps on walking, basically. But if you guys want to slow down or anything, just let me know. But with the 20... Oh, and you just had to be playing your fucking loot, didn't you? All right, well, this is going to be... All right. With the 20, and you playing your loot, you are going to see in the distance 3 large shapes, like I would say like bear-sized shapes, like walking down the road. Like we'll say this is the road, since I don't actually have a road this way. And effectively, since you're playing your loot, there's not really any, you can't really hide or anything like that, you know what I mean? They obviously know where you are. But as you are basically, do you keep playing your loot first off? Because you're the only one that notices it right now. Even the 15s don't see it. It's too dead.
If I think that it's already too late, like they will have heard the loot already, then what I'll do is, yes, I'll continue playing, but I'll change the tune up to something that sounds a little bit more like aggressive or dangerous sounding. And when people are like, what the fuck? I'll kind of nod in the direction of the shadows. Essentially, not travel music anymore. It's danger music.
Just the sudden switch, huh?
Yep.
Go with the battle of the mountain then. You're not in combat, but the music will shift. There'll be I would almost say, noticeable shift in the tension as the figures come into view. There are 3 dire wolves. As well as what would appear to be an elf riding on top of one. Now, you guys are not in the camp. We're just using the road and everything as the example. Well, apparently the wolf is on top of him. But here, let me... this fella right here.
Oh, no.
He will basically be walking towards you all. And as soon as you point, like, hey, someone's coming, and it's pointed out, Ismark is just gonna lock up, like, oh shit. And here's
Are my undead senses tingling?
No. He will walk up to the party. First off, when Ismark stops, is anyone else stopping?
I'll stop with him, because...
Yeah, we'll stick together.
He's a bit useless, so I don't want to leave him to die.
Okay, but you keep playing, Valmir.
I would like to, before he even comes up, just because he's suspicious and I don't know, I don't like him. I'm gonna use that for 60 feet away.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let me check. Actually, that's crazy.
I am a monster slayer.
He's got no vulnerabilities and no resistances or immunities or anything like that. He is just straight up, yep, normie. He's, I'll just go ahead and say he's an elf. So, just
Straight
like
up
normal
badass.
elf. Yep. He doesn't even have, yeah, so yeah, yep, that's it. But he walks by basically up to the group and says, "Clear the road, fools." And Ismark and his sister are off the road like that. Raven Dude is like, okay, me too. And so is your other NPC. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'll step back.
Clear the road. We can figure out who this guy is later once he's gone.
Yep.
All right. He'll walk by and he'll look back towards you, Valmir, and he says, "Play me some music for when I'm leaving." And you'll start
Fucking
walking.
Oh,
got more ego than Velmy.
okay. Of course. And I'll start
Wait,
playing
on my roll.
something a little bit more relaxed. Maybe something a little bit more regal, noble sounding, perhaps.
All right. I'm gonna need another performance check.
I bet it ain't gonna be a 20. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad. All right. As he's walking away, you had a 20 on your perception earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll see him like about 30 feet away just flip a gold coin off the road for you and keep walking. You can go try and find it if you want, man, but off he will go.
I feel it'd be rude not to. I mean, I'll go have a quick look.
Okay. I can chill with the music because he's gone. And Ismark will basically be like, "Ooh, you guys played that very well. That is Rahadin. It's Strahd's right hand, basically. He calls himself Strahd's brother, but you can see Ismark kind of shake his head like, I don't think so." And Ireena will basically look at her brother and be like, we should move. We should go. And Ismark's like, basically nods and is like, yes, we should keep moving. And you guys will basically be able to make it to your campsite, or where you will camp effectively for the evening. There's this large old archway gate. The gate has long since been destroyed, but the archway is still there. And it provides a pretty decent cover spot. So you guys decide to hold up near there. And everyone sets up camps. There's going to be no issues or anything like that. However, I am going to need to know if any of the players want to take watches. I can assign NPCs if not. Since y'all did it last time, so the NPCs can do it this time if you want. Their numbers are not as good as yours, I'll just say that much.
I'll take first watch before it gets too dark.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Oh yeah, we got some humies, haven't we?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Most of your NPCs are humies, except for the Raven dude.
We'll take second watch, so it's going to be tough, because human. I do have an oil lamp, though, so I suppose I could have that on.
Yep.
I'll take the last watch one in.
You fucking will with your dark vision.
Okay, probably the best bet, yeah. Okay, Talon, you're up first. Everyone kind of finds their spot, gets some resting positions, and you can start your watch. Give me the perception check. 13. All
Wah,
right.
wah.
13 is not bad. It's better than a 10. As you are, the sun set, or not the sun. I keep thinking there's no fucking sun. As it gets slowly darker, and the fog, it is still really foggy around here. The only thing you notice, because it would be really hard to fucking miss, is that it starts raining. So that's about it. And then your watch ends.
Cool. I go wake up Alara. Let her know that it's raining out there, so she might want to bundle up a little bit more.
Great. Make sure I got my cloak on and my oil lamp. Maybe grab a pelt to keep me warm.
Sure. Yep. All right, Alara, let's see it. Holy shit.
Woo!
That's nice. Yeah. The 25. Despite it being pretty dark, every now and then there's it's now starting to like lightning and thunder. But as I said, you guys are basically under this archway, so you're pretty much covered from the rain as long as you don't leave the archway. So through the lightning and thunder, you're able to get, glimpses out further than you normally would. And as you do this, it's kind of hard at first because of the distance and the rain and everything. You start to see some shapes, kind of almost like, zigzagging back and forth, like they're kind of checking out what you're doing type of deal. Multiple shapes, I should say. Not as big as the dire wolves, but still probably about 5 or 6 of them. They're within range if you want to take some shots. If not, they're going to get closer, it seems like.
Direwolves, did you say?
No, not as big as the dire wolves.
Alright. I'll see if I can scare them off.
Absolutely. Well, you got a 25 on your perception, so I'll give you advantage on your shot.
Alright. Wow.
Oh boy, I don't know. It might be enough to hit. Let me see. Yep. Okay. So you will hear the whine of obviously a wolf as you clip one of them, and the rest of them kind of whine and back into the mist they go. They say, "Nope, I don't want none of that smoke." So,
I am going to take a mental note to get that in the morning.
yeah, okay, fair enough. Yep, it's out there somewhere.
Yep.
All right, but other than that, you're pretty on alert. No issues for the rest of the night, or until we'll see. We'll see with Valmir. You're good though.
So Alara's going to sneak up to Valmir while he's trancing, I think he's doing. And she's going to jump scare him awake.
Okay.
He's only a half elf. He has regulars.
Still doing it anyway. It's going to be like, Valmir!
Valmir's gonna jump up and get ready to swing his loot at whatever's there, ready to attack, and then see who it is.
Got the biggest shit-eating grin on her face, and she'll be like, "Your turn."
Would seem so.
She's very pleased with herself.
A successful watch ended well. All right, Valmir, you are up. It is still raining. It's kind of starting to be more of a drizzle at this point, so it won't really affect your hearing or anything like that. But go ahead and give me that perception check. 17. Yep. Nothing seems to happen. And then your watch ends. The light comes, and you're able to wake up and have your guys' rations. and move on. All right, out of character. In character. You know what? I'll even do it through Ismark. As you guys are getting ready to go, he's going to basically look at you and say, there are two things that we will come across before we reach Vallaki. First is the path to Castle Ravenloft, which, of course, Lord Strahd's home. I will not even touch that road, so if you are going that way, we will part there. Second is the old bone grinder, which is the windmill. Typically stay away from that place, so... But if you want to check it out, that's on you.
Did you manage to get rid of those deeds, Lara?
Pardon?
Did you manage to get rid of those deeds, or still claim the dwelling and the windmill is your own?
I sold it.
Oh.
You helped me sell it. Are you feeling alright? Are you losing your mind already?
I had something of a rough night.
Are
Rude
you
awakening,
elderly?
one might say. But if we have no interest in the windmill, and I am reluctant to approach the Lord's castle without an invitation or summons, I'm happy to move on to the town.
He nods, and you got to almost be like, whew, that's good. And he says, excellent. Then we should be able to make it before it gets real dark, so...
I mean, that's just me. I didn't speak for everyone else, but...
Fair.
Or I do. Or I do. Yeah, we can carry on, yes.
Carry on, you shall. You will take the road, and then, so when you do see Ravenloft in the distance, it is this towering castle, like a very noticeable presence. Like, it almost has, like, an evilish aura emanating from it. It's,
Gives you those wet yourself
yeah,
vibes.
yeah, you know, it's got the storm cloud and the lightning and all that stuff, and it's like, yeah. On top of that, there's a lot of, along the road, down the road, Alara, which might be a little bit alarming to you, towards the castle of Ravenloft, there is a lot of undead, but that seem to just roam along the road there, almost like they're trying to block the path. But they don't come after you guys as long as you don't try to go that way. And then the other thing, and I will require perception checks as you guys approach, so everyone give me one more of those. Nice. Might have to rely on the path. Oh, nope, Alara's got it.
It's a dirty 20, but still, it's a 20.
Right. All right. Alara, so as you guys are all walking, Ismark will point, basically, there's a little tiny path that kind of leads down almost in like a kind of mini bog / swamp. But as he points down to it, he says, that's where the windmill is. And you guys basically, you know, take a little glance. Obviously, Talon, Valmer, you don't really notice anything. Mellie, you notice that that there's a lot of birds on the windmill spokes, but it's not actually moving. Alara, you notice that there is, in the swamp itself, a little bit of a campfire. And it appears, well, it is a dirty 20, as you said. It would appear that those fellas back at the church that you bribed to leave the church have now made this little area their home. They seem to be fishing off into the swamp there.
Oh, look, Mellie, it's your friends.
I'm sure she would have wanted to stop, too. But They will not. It doesn't even look like they notice you, Alara, as you guys walk by. But for mental purposes later, perhaps those guys are there. But yeah, you guys will make it down this very long road. It's been a few days, and we will arrive at the village of Vallaki, which probably has a handout. Let me check. Maybe not. Areas of Vallaki. Lovely. As you guys approach, to kind of give you an idea what this place looks like. There is a large wooden wall. The wall basically almost seems to be keeping the fog back, but obviously it is on the other side. But it kind of looks like it's going up the wall. And you guys are approaching a gate. It's currently open because it's the day, but assumingly it closes at night. And as you guys approach, the guards kind of look down at you all, but Ismark, they know who Ismark is, and they let you all through without incident. As you enter this, I don't know, probably about 100 buildings or so place. This is what they call, this is the biggest village in the area of Vallaki. And Ismark looks around and he says, well, I'll be happy to get you all a room for the evening. We're going to head to the inn ourselves. But if you want to explore the town, by all means, they have many more shops here than Barovia, the village of Barovia did, and they have been known to trade with the Vistani, so they can get things that, well, most other people can't get. So, but if you need anything, we'll be at the inn, and basically he'll point to this inn, the Blue Water Inn. Looks like a 3-story building, and he says, we'll be there.
Rooms would be very much appreciated. Assuming that's the only room and board place in town.
If you're, I mean, you might be able to find an abandoned house if you want to risk it.
A room at an establishment would be perfect.
Okay.
But I will agree, I'm intrigued by this place. I wouldn't mind looking around. If you are able to arrange that for us, I appreciate it.
He nods and he basically says, I have to go check in with the mayor here. He's not... The Baron, my bad. He's the mayor. We're not on the friendliest of terms, but... He looks to his sister and he says, Ireena could show you around. She's been here quite a bit, if you're not opposed to that.
Of course not. Be very happy for her to show us around.
She will nod and basically say, all right, well, let's just get our rooms and put our stuff down, and then I'll show you all the interesting spots around town. And
yes,
also the Were Raven guy that's traveling with you, he doesn't even wait. He's already inside of the tavern, basically. And it does have a map, so I suppose I could put y'all over there real quick. Got to get your tokens. There it is. kind of crammed in here. Hang on. Trying to make room.
It's not the biggest map, if I remember.
No, it's not. It's really kind of tiny. Let me just get rid of some extra tokens here. Here we go. Okay. I'm guessing the lighting should be on because this is a multi.
Yeah.
I
Right
don't really
at the
do this
bottom.
too much. Yep, here, let me. There you go, right down there. And when you go in, basically behind the bar, you will see an older woman, and she is ecstatically talking with the Raven dude, who is basically similar to you guys. When she talks to him, she just repeats the words back to her. But when you guys get here, the Raven dude points to you guys and is basically like, "Help, help." And the woman behind the bar will smile and introduce herself. She will say, "Hello and welcome, friends. Thank you for assisting our comrade here. My name is Danica, and this is my family's establishment. You are most welcome here. Would you like to have a drink? It's on the house." This is the family in general there.
Some badass looking kids.
I know.
On the house, some of my favorite words. I would be delighted. What do you have to offer?
Well, we do have a very limited selection of wines currently. Without the Vistani, we don't really get much from the outside world, but we do have some Purple Crush if you'd like. It's quite good. The Wizards of Wine. It's fresh, delivered this morning.
Sounds wonderful.
Right. And she'll look to you, Alara, and be like, "And would you like one?"
Yes, please. Red.
And she'll look at you and say, "Well, we only have the grape. Well, I guess it's technically red. Yeah, okay." And she'll look to you, Talon, and be like, "Would you like one as well, sir?"
Yes, please.
All right. And then she'll offer one to Mellie, who would say no, but I'm not really sure. But if she wants one, she can have it. And yeah, you guys will be able to taste it. It is pretty good freaking wine. And free, which is, as Valmir said, always good. And Danica will... She's kind of, as you guys are drinking and chatting, she's looking at you all. It's kind of like, like, you're obviously not from Barovia, right? And she says, "Curious how you all were brought together like this. But I guess fate has a funny way of doing things." And as basically you guys are chatting and drinking, resting up a little bit, you will have rooms given to you. Ismark will come pay for them. And you can go drop anything off you want. Ireena will drop some stuff as well. Veritas is going to hang out in the bar for now. But Ireena will come down and basically be like, "Well, whenever you're ready, I will show you around town."
I
Nope.
totally forgot to get that arrow. God damn it.
Oh, no.
Oh well, I'm down an arrow. I'm now at a even 18.
Oh, no. I gotta get rid of some of those, don't I? Like 18 of them. Put you in a
Your,
real spot.
your companion seemed very excited to see him. I assume it's a him. We've been
Yes.
calling him. I assume he has a actual name.
She smiles and she says, he's actually human. It's yeah. Long story. But yes, his name is Alexi.
Alexi.
And the bird basically, Alexi.
Pleasure
Point.
to properly make your acquaintance, Alexi.
Much better than feathers. Alexei.
Mm-hmm. He will just nod happily. It would appear he is home. And yeah, you guys, if there's nothing else, we can go do a little bit of exploring around the town. And what we go ahead and take ourselves a quick little 10-minute break. I gotta grab a drink and use the restroom and make sure my dog ain't going after the chickens. Be right back. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Back.
Oh, welcome back.
I am still here.
Excellent. Mellie is here as well. So we can get right to it. All right. Let's just go to the fucking map so you can see kind of the layout of the... Go
I
ahead.
would like to also top up our water skins.
Oh, yep. Absolutely. Yep, for sure.
Gotta stay hydrated.
You know what? She'll even give you all a wine skin with some of the purple crush in it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep. Mellie, you can just take the skin if you want, or you can take nothing. It's up to you. All right. Can you guys see that? I can't tell if fucking Fog of War is on or not.
I
The
see
village?
blackness. It's great.
Okay. I don't know why there's dynamic like... Oh, I think you can fight here or something. Yeah, okay. We just... This is what the village looks like, basically. You guys came from over here. To the north is the lake. There's a very large lake that way, and then of course it's the other gate to the west. There's 3 gates total. This is the walls are walls, quote unquote. It's logs basically tied together and held down. But there is a good amount of activity here. Just great. Yep. You can fill it up with water. You can just leave it empty if you want to. But Ireena will basically step out and kind of stretch and be like, well, is there anything in specific you'd like to go check out? You need any equipment fixed, or buy any general supplies, or... And out of character, I know we got to help Mellie with her curse, but it's not vital until she makes it back, basically. So
I don't think if there's any supplies we could actually even get at this point. I don't think so.
there is a general store.
I could probably use a shield if you know somewhere I can find one of those at a reasonable price.
If you have a shield, you can't have your unarmored defense, I don't think.
I can. I just double checked.
Oh, on my barb, it says you can't.
Did I just miscopy it? It says you can use a shield and still gain this benefit.
Okay.
Might be different bobs.
No, while you're not wearing armor, your armor class, you can use a shield. Yeah, no, you can.
Oh, okay. Well.
You just use 2-handed weapons though, don't you? Always in your other campaign, glaives and stuff. My question is, by the way, before I forget, we learned a new thing about rage in the Friday campaign. I'm not gonna hold you to it. So not gonna hold you to it this time, but next time, any new barbarians in this campaign, I totally forgot. You don't actually get the rage damage benefit on dexterity attacks, like your scimitar and stuff. But since I've been playing it that way, we'll keep it that way. But in the future, if another barbarian gets rolled in this campaign, remember that that's the reason there's never a dex barb. That's what I was like, why is there never, why the fuck is there never? That's why. So I was like, all right, yeah. But now we remember that. And yes, can you use shields? I've never even thought about it. Like, is that a thing they have? But yeah, she'll not be like, oh, there's plenty of armorers here.
It's an armor proficiency I have, so
I think we
I
need
assume
to
I
get
can.
Mellie a better shield. I think she's still got the wooden one as well.
No, Mellie's
She
got a
got
metal one.
Okay, then never mind.
But she'll nod and be like, yeah, okay, we'll lead you to the blacksmith. I'm sure he'll have something. And she'll lead you not too far, And along the way, she'll point a couple of things out. Like there's a toy shop, for instance, a coffin maker, things like that.
We'll
in the
have an
stockyard.
nosy.
At the
See if there's any bone makers, fletchers, like good magical fletchers.
magical Fletchers. Yeah, let me just
Like,
pull them up.
Yeah.
But are you mentioning that to Ireena as you're walking?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
But
She'll be
more
like, oh,
out loud, I suppose.
yeah. She'll be like, oh yeah, they work pretty close to each other. So I don't know about magical, but the only Fletcher in town. So there's that. It'll take you about 10 minutes, and you guys will basically get to go and be generic: a dwarf blacksmith and an elf woodworker. And Ireena will point them out to you. But yeah, she'll point the blacksmith out to you, Talon, and be like, he should be able to help you get a shield.
Go up to him and ask, do you have any shields for sale?
He'll look at you and nod and be like, we got a few cheapies for 10 gold, and then the normal ones for 25. Basically, 1 armor for 10 gold, 2 armor, 25 gold.
I've only got 20, so I'm taking the cheapie.
Okay. He will, Lugless and Gimli. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Perfect names. Gimli's his name. He'll hand you the metal shield, take your 10 gold, nod, and be like, stay safe.
I nod and say thank you.
Also, is there a dressmaker here?
Let me have a look at that real quick. Let me think,
Asking
actually.
the hard
No.
question.
Yeah, right. The thinkers here. Let me Yes, there is. Typically does wedding dresses, just to be clear, but there is a dressmaker here. Yes. And Ireena be like, we can go there next. She's on the opposite side of town, but we can do that after you talk to the Fletcher.
Yes, I should probably talk to him first, because weapons are important, but in case I ever need to go anywhere fancy, a dress would be useful.
Correct, yes. But the Fletcher will look at you, Alara, and be like, how can I help you?
I'm looking to see if you have any bows of magical persuasion. Or arrows of magical persuasion.
He'll smile and be like, I have no bows, but the Vistani's outside camp may know how to get one, if you make your way over there. As for arrows, why don't you roll me a d20, Alara? See how lucky you are. Normally you're not very... Oh, okay. He will... Yeah, you're good. They're probably going to be out of your price range is the only thing. He'll be like, have a few special ones left in stock.
For how much?
Oh, they're ice arrows. I will sell them to you. I have 5 of them, and I will sell them to you for 10 gold each. Out of character, Alara, that's a +1 to hit and a +1 to damage. And ice damage.
I'll have a think on that, and I'll come back after I visit the Vistani. Just in case they don't have a bow.
He'll nod and be like...
But hold them.
He'll nod and be like, you don't have to worry about that. You're the only one asking for magic arrows, so you're good. Yeah. They'll be here, unless I have to use them for some crazy reason, so, yeah.
Going on a shopping trip. Yep.
Getting them done, as always. Thankfully, we got most of it done last time, so I don't have to worry too much about it. Anybody else got anything they want to do with like the blacksmith or Fletcher that they can think of while they're here? Cool. Doesn't seem that way.
No, I want to see if we come across a shop where I can try and sell this orb, though.
Sure. Do you mention that to Ireena?
Sure. Ireena, you seem to have a familiarity with this town. Is there perhaps somewhere that someone might have an interest in trinkets, oddities, magical foci?
She'll think for a minute and she'll say, we could go to the stock shop. That's sort of like a pawnbroker. He might be interested.
Hmm.
Kind of a general catch-all. He's got, all the general stuff, potions and whatnot.
Is it on the way to the dress shop by any chance?
It's a little after the dress shop, but
Oh. Well, lead on. That will take priority.
she'll nod and yep. You'll roll up to a dress shop, as I said, mostly in the shop would appear to be wedding dresses. Not very many. It seems like she's got like 4. But there is
Just wedding dresses, right?
just wedding dresses. Yeah, that's apparently all she works on currently, unless there's a custom order. And she will look at you all as she enters, or as you enter, and she'll smile. It's a human woman, and she'll say, "Welcome, welcome. Are you here to purchase something, or are you just browsing?"
I'm not looking for a wedding dress, unfortunately. I was just inquiring as to whether there were dresses for high society events, but I'm not seeing any. I'm assuming they're made to order.
Give me an insight check as you are chatting with her there, Alara.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That
So you
is
mentioned,
double now.
you mentioned the high society, and there's this ever so like twitch, like almost like this isn't my average type of customer. Finally, finally someone's here to like give me something fun to make type of deal. Basically, you're sparking the muse. Basically, is what you're doing. And she says, yes, they are made to order, but I am certainly capable. What did you have anything specific in mind?
Just a dress that would be versatile and easy to move in, but also useful for either formal high society events or just for casual events, one that's quite versatile.
She'll basically jot down the notes and pull
Red
out.
or black, if preferable.
Yep, she'll put that down too. She will pull out the measuring tape and just get right up in your space and start taking the measurements.
How much would that set me back?
And she'll kind of stop and be like, she just realize she's getting ahead of herself, and she'll say, take me about 5 days, but 10 gold.
Perfect. And she'll hand her the 10 gold.
She'll nod and resume taking the measurements, and basically write all the details. It's gonna take a few days, so give yourself time to think about it, and then when I deliver it, you can have whatever you're envisioning, basically.
Perfect.
But she'll take the 10 gold, and of course, if anybody else wants any fancy clothes, this is the fancy clothes maker, basically, for future reference.
I already got some.
Yep. That's right, yeah. But once all that's done, you guys can head back out and then head to the stock shop, which is basically a pawn shop or a general merchandise. Like, they have most of the general stuff. Some of it is in limited supply, so I won't let you unlimited buy stuff, but there are a lot of different options here. I know your gold's limited right now, but Ireena will lead you up to this individual who is smoking a pipe, little gnome dude, kind of, not halfling, we're halfling, kind of just sitting on a table, and behind him is basically almost like a warehouse, but it's locked up. And Ireena will lead you up to him, Valmir, and be like, this gentleman would like to do some business with you. And the halfling will kind of take the pipe out of his mouth and look you up and down, Valmir. He says, you buying or selling?
Potentially both. It depends what you can give me for this. I believe it to be a okay for casting spells through, but it's also quite fancy, with some smoky, swirling mists inside that move of their own accord. He will show him the smoky glass orb / spell focus.
He'll hold his hand out for you to hand it to him.
Here, by all means.
And pull out one of those little gem looker eyeglass pieces, whatever the hell they're called. I don't know. And he'll look it up and down. Give me, insight or perception there, Valmir.
Both kind of crap.
All right, dealer's choice. Bad. So there's a tiny little flash from the monocle lens that he's using to inspect the orb. Some sort of spell was cast off of it. And as you can almost see a little smirk come across his lips, but it quickly disappears, and he hands the orb back to you, and he says, I'll give you 25 gold.
$25.
Fair deal. Fair trade. Fair all around at the stock shop.
Of course, fair. You know, I have the ability to what would be the word? Identify objects as well. 25 is a very lowball offer. This is a valuable item. I would be willing to accept more, perhaps in exchange for some goods, if that would fetch a higher price for you, save you parting with too much coin if that's a problem for you.
He'll smile and say, what you after?
I'll have a look around and see. I'm not in anything particular, but if something catches my eye, perhaps we could make fair trade. And by fair, I mean actually fair, and not you trying to prey on a new traveler to the town who might be unaware of the value of such things.
I mean, the orb comes with a price too. Did you actually identify it?
No.
Okay,
I
making sure.
I just said I could.
Yeah. But Bill say, I don't got quite anything as fancy as that. He'll point to your orb. But I got some similar stuff.
Oh.
It's more of a one and done type of situation, though.
I'd be happy to look at it.
He nods and he says, "You know how to use magic, right?"
Naturally.
Okay, good. Otherwise, it'd be useless. I got a few tomes. You might be interested in.
So I'm curious. Perhaps have something of a similar nature that could perhaps be used by someone who has more natural leanings when it comes to their magic. I'd certainly be interested in your tomes, but if you have perhaps a focus for something of a druidic nature.
I think we already got a Lara druid thing, didn't we?
It wasn't.
Yeah,
mistletoe.
that's a mistletoe, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got
we got
mistletoe?
it.
Oh,
That was part of the trade that you forgot about. So that makes
my
sense.
bad.
That makes sense why you'd forget about it.
My bad.
Yeah, she's set. She's got that.
I'm off looking at the Vistani place for a bow.
The Vistani are actually going to be outside of town, so I would not. I mean, you can go on your own if you want, but
No,
They're-
go away.
yeah, they are considerable. Ireena will actually mention, the Vistani are not allowed within town. Like to do trade, you have to go outside to trade. So to be straight, this guy's got no magical items, but he does have some tomes.
Okay.
He's willing to trade.
What tomes do you have, sir?
I'm willing to give you, of your choice, a level 2 spell slot, a single tome, or 2 level 1 tomes.
Yeah, I'll trade.
Which one you want?
Don't know yet.
Okay, well, we'll just remove the orb. Do you want to know what the orb did?
Yeah, go for it.
Once a day, fog cloud on yourself. You, however, gain you will have disadvantage no matter what while it's up because of the fog cloud, like on attacks. So that was the downside to it. But
that and
fog
Strahd not being
fog
happy
cloud
with you, right?
This fella don't seem to care too much. All right, yeah, you can have a scroll. This dude is like the general shop as well. So if there's any other down the line, just remember if I need a tool or whatever. I want Talon's got a crowbar, or I need more rope or whatever. He'll have it for whatever the value is generally in the player's handbook, as long as you don't fucking exploit it. He will also mention that he does have a couple of healing potions. He's only got 2 currently, but those are 50 gold each, which are, I'm assuming, outside of your guys' range. So
I'll take an invisibility tome.
Is that level 2?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. There you go.
I currently have 61 gold. So I don't know about anyone else.
Well, he will offer if you want a healing potion. But it's not going anywhere either.
Yeah, I'll pass for now.
Okay.
We'll certainly be back if I feel like we're off to some dangerous place and the need would arise. But thank you for your business. This gets put to good.
He'll nod and be like, I'll be here every day. Someone's got to keep an eye on things around here.
Oh? Like what? We are new in town. What matters would need such attentions?
People around here do all right for food, but he kind of points. You guys are pretty close to the north gate now, probably about 100 feet away. Says, but it used to be a lot better because people could go outside and fish. Now there's so many wolves out there, they can't get near the lake. Last 3 guys that went out there to go fishing, they didn't come back. Pieces of them were found. I can go out there and toss a torch at them, but they just keep coming back. That's not the only thing.
How many wolves? Is it a small group or is it a large pack?
The brothers at the inn, the tavern you guys are staying at, they'll be able to tell you better. They've been hunting them for weeks now. They just don't seem to be able to. They just keep coming back. It seems like their numbers don't seem to dwindle. It's good for me, but again, we can't lose. We keep losing people, and then I don't know how long y'all plan on staying here, but in about 3 days' time, we're going to have another one of our illustrious festivals run by the Baron, which everyone's going to love, I'm sure. Yeah.
I do like a festival. That sounds brilliant. What is it you're celebrating?
The blazing sun. He smiles. Like the most shit-eating fake smile grin you can imagine.
I would like to insight check this fucker.
Hobie's
sounds
gonna look up
incredible.
and be like, a blazing in this place?
Doesn't fucking matter. I don't know
Alara.
shit.
Alara. And that, but Valmir just say that he'll nod and say, exactly. In this place. You know, last time a Barovian saw the sun rise or set? Never. They were all dead. Or they were. Everyone's dead by now. That's been around since then.
What? That's crazy.
There's no sun here. Well, there is, but it's. He points up to the sky. Beyond that. But if you're around, you'll get to witness it. It's to ward off the evil spirits. And then as he says that, you can clearly see something like go off and he says, "Oh, that reminds me. The father up at the church recently said that some of the saint bones got missing, and he's been in a tizzy about that too. Apparently, he's worried that Lord Strahd's going to be able to get into his church now."
Oh.
Yeah, I got a couple people looking into it, but nothing's come of it yet.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm a busy man, you know, a lot of stuff to do.
Well, no, I mean his worry.
Oh, sure, I guess. Lord Strahd's never really comes here. That's why we have the festivals, to appease him.
Well, yes, but it's not uncommon that things like that are buried to keep other smaller things out.
Hold on a sec. Hold on. He gonna kind of sit up and be like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, it's not uncommon for religious relics to be buried around holy places to keep smaller evils away.
Kind of. You see the gears kind of turn in his head, and he says, "Huh. I didn't think about that." He nods. He says, "That's a good point."
When exactly did your wolf problem begin to escalate? Your
Ooh, that's a
holy
good thought.
man have his issues.
You see the gears turning in his head again. He says, you're thinking. Yeah, I see what you're saying. The wolf problem and the bones are connected. Because wolves, like dogs, like bones. So the wolves stole the bones. I see what you're talking about now. Okay, all right. He obviously doesn't know what you're talking about, but he's in, and he says,
Okay.
"I'm going to send my boys out to help look for the bones. Why don't you guys go talk to the father?"
I believe we're heading that way, and I believe we're in town for. He's gonna look at Alara. At least the next 5 days. Someone's
Or we
getting
return in 5 days.
and clothing together.
Okay, all right.
But we'll take your advice. I do apologize. I didn't catch your name.
You call me Frito.
Frito.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Frito, thank you for your information and your business.
Same to you.
What is the pre-name?
That's a good question. Let me check real quick. I got it written down. Father Lucian Petrovich. He's got a little orphan kid running around there too.
Oh.
Frito.
We have a thing here called Freddos.
Oh, really?
Everyone
Okay.
always complains is the price of them. Is.
The price of everything shot up though.
Yeah.
Frito Lay, yes. There we go. Yeah. There we go. We're changing it. Frito Lay. Yep. There we go. We got it.
Didn't understand. Okay.
Okay. Well, Frito Lay like Lay's potato chips, so the big potato chip
Oh, okay.
company, and then Fritos are like a corn
Aren't
chip
Lay's
thing.
just the alternate brand of walkers.
I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. Nope. All right, but onto the church.
I believe we're
Ireena
going to
will.
the church.
Yep.
We will be staying at the inn. Should your men come up with any useful information, or even things that you require looking into. That the wolf problem obviously is your handling, but if you need some extra muscle, well, you can see that my companions are adequately.
He'll nod and be like, "One problem at a time. It's really hard to hit 2 targets at once, so let's get the bones first."
Very well, let us go speak to Father Petrovich.
And Ireena will nod and be like, "Oh, he's nice. Let's go see him." And she will lead you to the church, which I'm trying to find on the map.
Almost at the west.
Is it the big building here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yep. Okay, yep. So it is like as you guys are it's starting to get more and more dark. Like not dark, but this will probably be the last spot before it gets to the point you'll need to start thinking about heading to the inn or getting your lamps out. But there's no actual church here.
And I got a torch.
Yeah, you're set, so you're good to go.
I can see in the dark.
Wow.
Yep, I wasn't
I'll just
sure.
hold your hand if things get dire, okay?
And I'm realizing the pawn shop would probably actually be over here, now that I think about it, because this is where the stockyard is. Anyways, you guys roll up to the church. It's much bigger than the one in... Not much bigger. It's bigger than the one in the village of Barovia. And as you roll up, there is a man outside who would appear to be trimming the hedges. He's a younger looking man, and he kind of looks back as you guys approach. And just resumes his work. The doors to the church are open. Let me go and give you a little bit of details on it. This slouch...
Mellie to be like re-blessing the church or something.
Maybe. Oh no, we don't want battle music. Hold on. Let me change the music real quick. There we go. This slouching centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked and stained glass windows depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones. Next to the church, a thin mist creeps out from among the graves. And as I said, the younger individual is working on the shrubs, but the doors to the church are open with very clearly the symbol on the top of the church is to the Morning Lord, which you've been introduced to, so you know who that is. So you guys are welcome to go in.
Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah, I'll follow Mellie in. Not even into getting... But perhaps you should go in first. It is a holy place, after all.
Don't have to tell me twice. Right in. Heck, you don't even have to tell me once.
Is there like holy water basin at the door? To anoint yourself or whatever?
At the door, yeah, a few steps in type of dealio. Yeah, just like a little
I'm
bit
still
music.
gonna use that to.
Go ahead.
Gotta pay my respects.
Yeah, as you guys walk in, well, let's just go ahead and use the old church. Fuck it. They don't have another church map, so we'll just use this one. Just imagine that it's not completely torn up, and this is what you got dealing on. Oh, wait, you don't have Ismark with you. You've got Ireena. You guys can all head on in. And the priest token is technically a female, but it's a male, so...
This is familiar.
Yep, exactly. It's just not all broken down and much bigger, but we'll use it for the purposes of this roleplay. And the father will turn around and look at you, Mellie, as you come in and be like, "Oh, welcome to St. Andrew's. Please, come in. Are you here to pray, or...?"
I think we were here to ask you about a problem that you were having, but prayer is also always acceptable.
He smiles and he says, if you're here to help with my problem, then perhaps my prayers have been answered.
I can only hope so.
And how much do you know? Do I need to fill you in on everything? Tell me where you are.
We know the bones of a priest were stolen, I believe, and that it's causing a bit of worry.
He nods and he says, the bones of Saint Andril, so one of our saints, one of the Morning Lord's saints. It has protected this church for centuries from, well, Lord Strahd and his ilk. This is one of the only sanctuaries within Barovia. And the bones were stolen. They were buried out in the crypt there, and the morning I came in and I saw the hole. The bones were gone. Well, I began to panic. I immediately searched everywhere, sent word to the guard. The guard weren't too interested because they had help with the festivals. You can almost feel the spite coming from this very pious man as he talks about the festivals. It's very clearly a point of contention with him, but
And that's worrisome to Mellie because
Yeah.
goddess of joy. And she's
Yeah.
like, festivals are service for me, excuse me.
Right.
She's a little confused.
And he just... So no one's really been helping. I asked Frito, but his methods are his own. Let's just say that much. And so far, nothing has come up.
Okay.
It's a very cold case. I mean, it's been weeks.
Do you have any indication of who might have had a reason to take them?
He's gonna kind of walk up to you, like, this is a kid, by the way. He mentioned an orphan kid. And this guy, that dude's just kind of sitting over there. Whoa, Talon.
Oh, God.
He flipped
Talon's
himself.
upside down.
Yeah, there we go. But the father's going to kind of walk close to you, and he says, he points, or doesn't, he won't point. He'll kind of motion over towards the young lad over there and be like, that is Yeska. He says he saw who did it, but he refuses to be a snitch.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Would you
He's
mind
one
if
of... Oh, by all means. He's an orphan. He's friendly, but I did not want to push him into it. But if you think you can convince him, please.
I can certainly try.
And he'll walk over to Yeska and he'll be like, oh, actually, first he'll be like, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Oh, Mellie is fine. My whole name's a bit much.
That'll work.
How old does this kid look, by the way?
We'll go ahead and say 8. 8. And he'll look over to the kid and be like, Yeska, this is Mellie. She would like to talk to you. And Yeska will kind of look over to you and be like, okay, father. And he'll walk over to you.
Yay!
Look up at you and be like, hello.
Mellie, squats down so she's actually closer to this kid's level.
Mm-hmm.
Just, hi. Father Lucian was telling me you might have an idea of what's going on.
He's gonna cross his arms over his chest and be like, I might.
I'm gonna ask you something that might be a little rude, but please don't take offense. Are you keeping it to yourself because you're afraid of what might happen if you tell someone?
Give me the old persuasion check.
Also gonna go ahead as I'm starting to talk. and pop Emissary of Peace.
Ooh. Paladin of Redemption. Here we go.
Redemption
Total
go.
+5.
Brrr.
+5. All right.
This doesn't
you-
work. I have. Oh, okay, never mind.
This is one of your guys'
Redemption.
sessions.
Redemption
tell.
Paladin. This is my entire purpose in life.
He'll shake his head and be like, no, Big Brother wouldn't hurt me, and then kind of like whoop, put his mouth over, like his hands over his mouth, like, uh-oh.
No.
Hey. No, it's okay.
And he'll kind of look around and be like, he had to do it. He didn't have a choice.
Why?
Kind of get a little bit closer and like, motion you to get closer.
Yeah,
so I
she
can
like
whisper.
scoots right in.
Yeah. Like, Lord Strahd said so.
Really?
He'll nod and be like, that's what I was told anyways.
By your brother?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where is he now? Have you seen him lately?
Oh yeah, he's outside. He's working.
Oh. Well, that's perfect then. Hey. So I guess he was pretty scared, huh?
Oh yeah, he worked all night.
All right. Well, I tell you what. I am going to do my very best to make sure things get set right. And in the process, I will make sure I put in every effort I can to make sure neither your brother or you get in trouble, okay?
He'll nod and be like, okay.
Okay. Kind of stand up and ruffle his head and let him go back.
Go back to playing a dragon chess set or something, whatever kids in D&D do. I don't know. So yeah.
Dragon chest, dice, cards.
Yep,
Yeah,
all the
those
stuff.
shits.
Yep.
All.
And the father will walk over to you and be like, Did you get it?
He said he has a big brother who works here?
And he'll kind of be like, that's what he calls them. Milovaj, the groundskeeper. Yes. He's outside right now working.
Okay.
I had my suspicions that it was him. He also digs the graves, so... But... I wanted to believe in the good.
It's still possible to do so. Yeska says that Milivoy was under... Milov was under the impression that Strahd told him to do so. Which, from everything I hear, that level of fear can do really strong things to a young mind.
Father nods and he says, yes, you are correct. But if the bones were here, we would be protected from Strahd, is the thing.
Well, the next course of action is to, as gently as possible, ask the lad about it, and see if we can go from there, right?
He nods. He says, yes, let us go confront him.
Okay. And she's practically beaming because she is doing very good today.
Doing
Yeah.
God's work.
She is. She's like, I'm doing my goddess's work today. Oh, he looks so grumpy.
You walk over. I know, doesn't he?
He looks so grumpy.
Let's see if he's got a handout. He does. Yeah, he does. He's got some shears and a shovel that he can use as a club, I guess. But
Okay,
the
I
father,
don't have to talk to him like a child. Noted.
no, he's an adult. Yep.
That's a grown motherfucker. That's probably my
He
age.
swings at
Young-
shovel. I'm gonna use my dexterity to try and catch it. That's
His shovel's leaning against he's using shears currently to trim the hedges. He's probably his young 20s, just to be clear. But he turns around as the father approaches, and you all sort of approach, and he just says, can I help you? And the father will sort of... Jeez, I already forgot the boy's name.
Yeska.
Yeska. There it is.
I got this.
Yeska.
I can remember that one. Miliov is just hard to remember.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's how I pronounce it, but that's where I'm going with. Yeska has informed me that you were doing some evening work, some overtime. I'm willing to overlook it if you will tell us where the bones are. Kind of look the priest up and down, and how are you? You said you're beaming, Mellie. Like, are you like happiness beaming? What are we talking about? Okay.
Like, she has got the brightest, just calmest little smile on the planet. Just pure preening with pride.
Okay. I'll kind of look around the priest. Lara, how are you looking?
I am watching his movements like a hawk, just in case she needs to like stop anything hitting the poor priest.
Okay. And then he'll obviously see that
spider senses.
Yeah, there's a couple of people over that way as well. And I'll kind of hang his head and be like, you didn't have a choice. Lord Strahd. He said we had to do it. And he kind of just, hangs his head in shame, and he says, the coffin maker has it. Henrik has them. I think. That's where I gave him anyways.
Okay. Well, that's a start.
And father just kind of puts a hand on the young lad's shoulder, and he's like, once we get the bones back, everything will be right. Just make sure you learn from this. The bones protect us from Strahd. We will be safe as long as we have the bones. You just kind of see the young man nod. And the father looks over to you all, and he says, I hate to ask, but could you go and attempt to retrieve them for me?
All I need to know is where they are.
Oh, certainly. And she will give you directions, and Ireena will basically be like, yeah, I know where that's at. You guys actually already passed it way earlier in the day. So the only thing is, it's going to be getting like dark time. If you want to... and the priest will be like, if you want to wait until tomorrow, that's fine as well.
I mean, we're going to be here for a few days, right?
Oh, at least 5.
Oh, see, perfect. We've got time for this, and then festival, and this is great.
I have a question. If sorry, I don't mean to intrude on your little faith, whatever is going on. But if you say these bones are supposed to be able to protect against a certain individual, and aforementioned certain individual got to your young friend here and was able to get them to remove said bones, how were they able to get to them in the first place if the bones were supposed to be working to prevent such things happening?
And the father will look over to you and basically be like, oh, they don't protect the entire town. They protect the church.
Oh, safest place in town. Right.
Indeed, yes. And actually, as that is happening, it does mention actually in the chapter about this that in the evening, a lot of people do come to the church. You're actually starting to notice people from the village come up here. About 15 people by the end of the evening. So,
I assume this isn't common knowledge that he's missing.
Well, The people know that I am uneasy, but that is the extent of it.
Well, one more night shouldn't hurt, right?
I don't. I believe you are right. I hope you are right.
I believe, as you say, a fate.
He smiles and nods, and he says, "Well, I will. If there's nothing else, I would
Wait,
tend the flock."
let me just check something real quick. Yeah, no. Mellie looks over, just genuinely proud at Velmir, and just, see? You're getting it. It completely went over her head that he's being facetious.
Good old Mellie. By the way, Mellie, I gave inspiration out earlier. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I'll
you
put it on there.
He looks over, he gives you a big smile, says, "Oh, I would agree with you. I would. But then we would both be wrong." Tavern? Anyone?
You're very lucky, you know that?
Oh, I'm here.
No, you're lucky I hold to my vows as deeply as I do.
Oh.
Anyway, tavern?
Yes.
Back to the tavern it is.
Yeah, I suppose we can visit the Vistani during the day.
Before they leave, she does turn back to Millie. Just, hey, don't feel bad, okay? Everybody slips. It's about coming back from it.
Give me a persuasion check. I'll let you use your little buff again.
I'm like, if we're still within 10 minutes, it's still there.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's an
Okay.
18.
Yep. He'll nod. You can tell you strengthened his resolve some at the very least.
Oh, yay.
And he will go into the church as well. You guys can head to the tavern. And let me get you on that page once I...
Did we pay for rooms yet?
They've been paid for the first night.
Yeah, your rooms are covered. So if you want to drop anything off, you'd already dropped it off. Ismark will be here as well now.
Oh,
and as
now
you
I
guys-
see the green inspiration dots.
Yeah. The tavern has gotten a little bit more lively. Actually, the bird guy's in the back now. And it would appear another gentleman is behind the bar also, as they start serving wine. But once you all come back in, Danica will give you all a nod to welcome you back, and then return to serving. As you do come in, however, the gentleman over there will point to you, Mellie, and be like,
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, come here a minute.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hi.
And he'll be like, our friend told us of your condition. Have you had it fixed?
What?
Curse. Have you had it removed?
Oh, no. Not yet. I hope
Hmm.
that's not too much of an issue.
Well, it is a little bit, but thankfully it's one we can fix. Don't worry too much.
I mean, if you guys have a stable, I can stay outside.
Nope, not necessary. He will point to the gentleman over here and be like, that's our new doctor. He'll help you.
I didn't know doctors worked with magical curses. Okay.
Yeah, no check required. You can kind of see a slight smirk as you talk about magical curses. He says he's a very talented physician.
Well, that's helpful. Thank you.
And he will nod. And you can go talk with him if you wish. What's the rest of you doing? Talon, what are you doing?
I'm gonna get some food.
Okay, food for Alara. Talon, what do you got?
Food and drink at the bar.
Okay, yeah, it's still basically going to be in the house. It's paid for because, you're all heroes and all that business. Valmir, what are you thinking?
He's gonna have one of those books out, and he's gonna be scribbling in it, kind of like he'll scribble in it, like then take out the loot and kind of like strum a few notes, sing to himself, and then scribble a few more, and have some food in.
Man's just whole ass composing over here.
Barding away.
Bard's going to do what a bard's going to do.
Yeah. Guess Mellie will skip her happy ass over then.
As you get
of happiness as always.
Yep, as you get closer, these two individuals are chatting with the older guy across the table.
So stay back for a minute.
Yeah, you can hear them talking about. Actually, I totally forgot. I don't remember who saw the cart coming into town, but these were the two individuals driving the cart. These two right here. So you might recognize them. Yes, to feed
the church. Yep.
Yep, it was these two. But Mellie, as you get closer, you can hear them talking about the wolves, and they're just like, just don't stop. There's so many. And they basically go back and forth. And this individual here seems to be almost like giving them advice on how to hunt them more properly.
Oh.
And how to like ambush them as opposed to getting ambushed. The entire back and forth is him basically being like, you two need to survive, like, because you're the only ones doing anything about this right now. So play it safe. Come to me if you need help, things like that. But he does appear to be a really talented hunter, at least when it comes to wolves. He does have quite a bit of advice. But as you're kind of standing there, the brothers will, the two individuals, they're brothers. They'll look at you and be like, oh, you're here to see the doctor.
Yes, but please don't rush on my account. Go ahead, finish your conversation.
Oh, no, we have business. You sit.
Oh, okay.
And they will get up and be like, stay safe.
I always try.
And they'll wrap around and head on out.
So, scoot on into the one of their places.
All right. Let's get the old...
Hi, friend.
Uh-huh.
Oh, old friend.
Yes.
Miss this guy.
You will sit down to an older gentleman with glasses. As he looks you up and down, and he says, I don't recognize you.
That makes sense. I think I've only been here for less than a 10-day.
Oh, new to Barovia. Not exactly the vacation spot.
It has potential.
Certainly does. As he smiles and he says, how may I be of assistance? I am the doctor here, apparently.
Apparently, though I wasn't aware that physicians dealt in curses.
You can kind of see his face droop. And he says, have you been afflicted?
Apparently?
He will hold out his hand and be like, well, take my hand, let us see.
Oh, okay, people are very touch-oriented here. All right, and just... It's like, Madam Eva did this, and now this is it's just a thing, apparently. She's just accepting this as Barovian custom.
He will take your hand, and there'll be a slight glow from it as he closes his eyes, and it's kind of hard for you to see, but you'll see it, like, you're seeing it from first person. The rest of the group is seeing it they're seeing it from first person as well, but they can see you in third person, basically. And basically there's this almost purplish aura that seems to be taken from Ellie into this individual, and then it just kind of dissipates into the ether. And he just kind of, whew, that was a nasty one. You should be good.
That was incredibly fast and simple.
I'm good at what I do.
Apparently, I have to apologize. I should have said something beforehand. I have no way to compensate you for this.
Yeah. He'll look at you and he'll be like,
That's not necessarily true. I just don't have coin. Hold on. And she's like digging through her bag.
You hear Alara. How much?
No, I got this, I think. And she's like pulls out the scroll of cure wounds and 2 vials of holy water. It's like the only things that she has that are worth anything.
I walk over and put her 20 gold bag in front of her. Just walk away.
That's not mine. I purposefully denied it, but apparently people don't like to listen to when people say no.
He'll smile and he'll say, if you don't want to pay, there's plenty of issues around town that could use your assistance, if you are capable.
I mean, I denied that bag to begin with, so if you're offering to take it, then please, if it'll help you.
He'll smile and say, well, I'm sure I could find a use for it.
Be my guest.
And he will take it.
Just hands it off to
Yeah.
fucking random stranger.
And he'll be
Why
like,
am I doing this to myself?
he's going to be broke forever. He will smile and say, thank you. And
Yeah, of course.
he'll basically sit back after he pockets the gold and be like, I am Dr. Rudolph van Ripton. Who is my patient?
Camellia, or just Mellie is fine. I know it can be a bit of a mouthful.
He'll smile and be like, very well, Camellia. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh.
Perhaps next time you don't arrive with a curse, though.
That would be great. Unfortunately, but also fortunately, I think the place I picked that up doesn't exist anymore.
Give me a, what's your passive perception?
Trash dog.
Okay, probably.
It's
all right.
10.
Okay, yep. He'll kind of raise an eyebrow and be like, I see. You destroyed it then. Well, that's good.
No, it kind of collapsed on itself.
Well, as long as it's gone, that works for me.
But you were saying there might be things that need doing?
Yes. This town is in a bit of a spot.
So I've heard. There's missing things, there's voices, there's wolves. This place seems to have a lot happening at all times.
Yes, and he stops mid-sentence and he kind of looks around the bar. And he's just... Okay, now it's Curse spelling. He looks and he says, the illustrious Baron is too focused on his festivals that he has to run every week to actually do anything about these problems. He thinks that doing these things is preventing everything from coming within, but if he... It's been getting worse. It's been getting worse and worse and worse. The brothers don't even think they're going to be able to leave to bring food back to the village of Barovia.
Oh.
Wolf problems. Then to the south, you have the village that was completely ruined.
This isn't like hush conversation, is it?
No, he is talking very much out loud now.
Oh, that could pose a problem for a certain cursed individual back at Barovia.
Are the
Okay.
festivals just not working?
I'm gonna slide over.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just casually like joining in.
Yeah,
Oh, hi
Uh,
guys.
he
I'm
will.
better, so you can do embarrassing things around me again. It's fine.
He will introduce
Lawyer,
himself.
that's the word I was thinking of.
Lawyer?
Sorry, continue. No, it was like it could see things around me.
A voyeur, yes. Yeah. He will introduce himself again as Dr. Rudolph Van Richten. And speaking of that talent, you can hear as well.
By Valmir, Nightbloom, minstrel by trade.
He'll nod and be like, pleasure to meet you.
Good with curses, are you?
At removing them, at least.
How do you feel about aiding the afflicted?
I am a doctor. I have taken an oath.
Let me be a bit more specific. Those that have been bitten.
Okay, I'm gonna need some passive. What's everyone else's passive perceptions?
15.
Okay, 15. So everyone got higher than a 15. I know Mellie's is terrible. You're not
13.
noticing anything, Mellie.
I noticed nothing.
Talon, what's yours?
13.
Okay. Alara, roll me an active perception check as well. You might notice. You're gonna have to roll pretty high. So just roll me perception.
I can't perceive shit, but I got a +2 to insight.
I'm
Ding.
gonna use my inspiration to reroll.
Okay.
Wow, what the fuck?
It's not a
guys?
botch.
Whoa.
Hey, it's not a botch.
It's not a botch. No, it's not a botch. He'll look to you, Valmir, and he'll be like, yeah, that requires magic beyond my means, I'm afraid. That's not simply removing a curse. That's... I don't know, honestly. To my knowledge, there's no cure for certain things. I can do curses, I can do certain diseases, and maybe other effects.
If your friends that have just left are not able to find a sizable source of meat, the priest back in Barovia might be having a bit of a rough time. Let's hope things solve themselves before then.
Alright, everyone can roll me a perception check at that.
Purely perception or is insight applicable?
It's applicable, yeah, you can do
What
it.
the fuck?
Wow.
I'll use mine. Why not?
999.
Okay, yeah.
Better.
Alright, Talon and Mellie. At the mention of the father, the priest, back in Barovia, you can see a glimpse, it's quick, of concern, as you mentioned, that there might be an issue for him, Valmir, which you don't actually detect with your 9, but he smiles and he says, yes, I understand that could be an issue, but it's no good if the brothers leave simply to get killed.
Oh, no, of course not.
Do you know how many wolves are causing problems?
To my knowledge, the brothers have killed somewhere around 25 in about a month's time. They've claimed that for every one they kill, 2 more appear. They can't keep up. And again, the mayor his guards are busy watching the gates and setting up for a festival.
Have they been able to track them back to its source?
The best they can do is simply to push them back from the gates. They can't. Yeah, they can barely get down the road anymore. Did you not come across any along your wherever you came from?
Oh, we did.
Well, there were some that approached camp, but I scared them off by grazing one.
Lucky. Nice. Good.
What do you
So you're...
mean? ones we came across were with that elven gentleman. You
While
didn't
you
draw
were
your bow.
sleeping, Velmir.
Good to know. Well, there were 3 particularly large ones that we encountered that were escorting an elven gentleman. He had the air of a noble about him, although he tipped quite well. And then apparently we had an encounter with some in the night. But nothing came of that, apparently.
He will smile as you mention the man riding the dire wolf, and he'll look at you and say, "Were you playing when he passed?"
Oh, naturally. Rather well, I might add. I had a moment of inspiration, and
That's interesting. I see. Okay. Well, he's gonna put his hand on your shoulder and he'll say, "I wish you good luck in the future, my friend, and good fortune." Now take it off.
Thank you.
The biggest issue currently is the wolves. If you are willing, if all of you are willing to assist, the town would be quite grateful. I would also be grateful. I can remove curses, I can remove diseases, and of course I can heal should things go badly when you're fighting the wolves, but I'm not a combatant.
It isn't my normal prey, but I like hunting.
Mellie flips open the little black journal she's got, and she's writing down a quest list.
I believe we are currently our services are currently in use from the Father Petrovich. He is
you keep
requested of us.
reminding us we're going to be here for 5 days.
Yes, I'm simply saying we've got to go to the coffin maker. Thank you.
Yeah.
We've got to go to the coffin maker and retrieve something that has been lost.
Misplaced.
Hush, hush. We wouldn't want to get anyone into trouble. But once that matter has been resolved, apparently it should not be a problem to go and retrieve them. I don't imagine a coffin maker. But once that's done and the town is safe, I'm sure we'll be able to assist you with your wolf problem.
I also need to visit the camp outside the gates.
Well, the camp is a couple of days away.
The Vistani camp.
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The road is dangerous, but yes. He'll actually kind of lift his glasses and wink when you talk about the father. Like, yes, help the father. His glasses back down.
Well, I mean, it's true.
Oh yes, I believe what he says. That will help. That'll help situation, certainly. I don't think it'll stop the wolves, but I do think it will help the village. So do that first, absolutely.
Okay. So, let's see. Tomorrow could be the coffin maker, and then a second day could be the wolves, and then third day I think is when they said the festival was supposed to be, and then that would leave us 2 more days before your thing is ready, Alara. She's actually planning.
Yeah.
In the morning, I'll pop into the Fletcher just to grab those arrows. The Vistani is 2 days away for the camp. I'll just not worry about looking for a bow right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. She wants a better one.
For a magic bow.
Yeah, she got a normal longbow. She wants
Like,
a,
can I find one with radiant damage, please?
Good luck.
Yeah, maybe. In Barovia? Yeah, we'll see.
Or fire. I'll settle for fire. Just something to stop that healing.
But,
oh, I see what you want. Okay. Well, now I know you want fire at least. All right.
She's like actually got a time chart out for the next like 5 days. Just handwritten out.
Excellent. Why don't we real quick take a couple minute break? I gotta use the restroom real quick. Then we come back, we'll figure out. I know, right? And we'll come back and do our quest, sleep, unless you got any more questions, and then we'll go from there. BRB.
Can we fuck shit up?
Of course we can.
You
Hello?
can try. I mean, depends where you're at, right?
I'm doing my job.
Like I specifically wanted to dress because one of my my things is urban bounty hunter. High society, what I chose.
Yeah.
So yes.
Makes sense.
Does anyone actually get anything good for level 4? Or does everyone just get the ability
Level 4
checks
is
and nothing
always
else?
Yeah, level 4 is always the ASI feat choice. Oh, this is gonna be an adventure.
Zhang thought I was like stealing the holy water from the thing. I'm like, no, I'm dipping my fingers and doing like the cross over myself, you know?
Yeah, you're anointing yourself.
It's
Like the shit Damon did in fucking Vampire Diaries just to fucking piss off all the council members.
Yeah, you're anointing yourself.
Yeah.
I said when she was like, "Oh, is there holy water in there?" I was like, "What are you gonna do? Just run in and fill your water skin up?" Yeah,
Hey, it'd be funny.
just you know, just in case.
Let's
Why not?
steal the water. I'd just grab the bowl. Like, hello? Never know, I could just like dip my manacles in it. And my bow. Who knows? Dunk all my arrows in it.
Last until it
Totally.
dries.
All right, I'm back.
Hello.
What did you put in chat? What is this?
Hmm?
What is this high
Oh.
society?
I was just chatting with Tata.
For Urban Bounty Hunter.
Is this why you needed a dress?
Yeah.
East.
I've ever gone hunting in my favorite hunting grounds. I need to look the part, right?
This should be fun. Zhang here? Is he? He's in the restroom.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Kevin, Talon.
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Any other questions for the doctor or anybody else that's currently within the tavern? Or are you guys good to move to next phase?
No, I'm happy to finish composing for the evening and then go to the bedroom. Rest.
Sleep in
Rest.
bed.
Relax. Oh, eat, rest, relax, bathe.
Yep.
Wake up in the morning to go get some arrows.
Okay. Yep. You want the magic arrows or you want normal arrows? What are you looking for?
I'm gonna grab the magical ones.
Want all 5?
Yeah.
All right. Add 5 ice arrows to your inventory. Anything else anybody wants to do in the morning before I assume we're going to the coffin maker?
Yes, please.
Group you guys up again. Ireena will offer to lead you guys to the coffin maker shop and then let you do whatever you want to do.
If you know where it is, that certainly would help. Save us stumbling around on it.
She'll nod and be like, "Yeah, it's better to be with friends in town anyways, so I'll lead you there." It'll take about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes from the tavern after you guys eat your breakfast and all that.
Pick up girls' arrows on the way.
Yep, I would say she went and got them first because she got up early for it. She wanted them bad.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys walk up to the shop, this uninviting shop is 2 stories tall and has a sign shaped like a coffin above the front door. All the windows and shutters are closed up tight, and a deathly silence surrounds the establishment. And Ireena will kind of motion to the door and be like, I don't know if he's home.
Well, one way to find out. Knock, knock.
As soon as you knock, you'll hear, "Go away! We're closed!"
Mr. Vanderhart, we're not here to purchase. It's a matter of discussion.
I got nothing to discuss with you. Go away and leave me alone.
I hate being this person. Mr. Vanderhort, please don't make me break a window.
I'm just gonna lockpick his door.
Sure. Give me a thieves' tools check. You can't break my window. That's breaking property. I'll call the guards on you. As he's saying
I'm
that.
aware of what it is, but this is a holy matter.
I'm picking the door and then just opening it.
Yep. Yep. Okay, hang on. Let me get you guys on the map here.
Oh, it's not barred. Okay.
Oh, it turns out the door was open all along.
Well, I mean, she unlocked it, but
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Trying to make Mellie feel better about breaking it in.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yep. Yeah, it was just, you just walk on in. It's a business.
Oh, I hate being this person.
Oops, let me open the door for you. And he'll start. Hey, that's breaking and entering.
Door was unlocked. Hi.
Step back. Get out of here, you goons.
Hey. It's all right. We're not here to hurt you.
Who are you calling a goon?
Okay, tempers are rising. Hi.
I'm gonna step in and shut the door behind me.
Hey! Stay back.
Okay, wait. We're not here to hurt you. It's...
Close the door.
We talked to Mellie.
Give me a persuasion check.
You know I'm popping the emissary of peace.
This just looks kind of like a waiting room or something like that. They're Talon. Nothing. Yeah.
So 16.
Okay. You got to beat my d20. You can see his hand was on the door. Oh, kind
I'm
of.
just gonna shorten it to Mellie for now on.
Yeah.
Mellie
kinda
and
look-
Mellie. Oh god.
Yeah, I know, right? We'll have to use them long. Don't worry. And he'll look and be like, Mellie,
Yes.
you know what's going on?
I know that something's here that shouldn't be.
Well, everyone give me a perception or insight check. As he just kind of smiles and he says, yeah, something.
Yeah, she's purposefully being vague.
Wow.
Valmir, the something Mellie's talking about and the something Henrik here is talking about are two different somethings. Yeah, he looks and he says, you here to see that something?
I'm gonna message Mellie very quickly. Okay. He thinks you're talking about another thing.
Is that the first time you've done that?
Yes.
she just whips around, just, huh? Not realizing it was in her head.
And then he's gonna say out, I think it's time to stop being coy.
Is that what I was doing? I'm sorry. That's rude. We're here to return the bones to the church. Thank you for looking out. I wasn't meaning to do that.
He raises an eyebrow and says, to the church? What do you mean to the church? They don't go back to the church. Lord Strahd wants them here.
Did you see him in person?
Didn't have to. He made a delivery.
Okay.
You can't have the bones.
With respect, I can.
He puts his hand on
And
the door
I'd
again.
very much like to do this as gently and pain-free for all of us as possible, and I don't mean that as a threat. I'm just saying I really don't want to have to deal with any sort of conflict today, including verbal. So if you would please just show us where they are so we can get this over with.
I'll let you give me another persuasion check. I know you got your +5. This one's going to be pretty fucking high, though.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it's trash anyway. That's fine.
Yep. You can all hear click as he opens the door and he says, I don't think so. And he's going to walk in
Okay.
the other room.
Literally walks up behind him and just grabs him by the back of the shirt. He looks old,
Okay.
so this is going to not be a good time.
So you grab him by the back of the shirt and he turns around and he says, what are you doing?
A form of persuasion I'm not particularly fond of. But your actions and your refusal to cooperate are threatening the joy and lives of people in this town.
He starts stomping his foot. Repeatedly. Stomp, 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 stomp.
How heavy does this guy look?
Actually, you know what? Maybe he's got a... Let me see if he's got a little picture. I don't know. Let's find out. Does. There you go. He is like 6 foot, but
Yeah,
he's
he doesn't
probably...
look terribly built.
He was like 160 pounds, probably. Yeah.
Okay. Let me check my... Yep. Checking strength. Just... Okay, that's gonna get annoying really quickly. And Mellie straight, leans sideways and just fireman carries him on her shoulders.
As you pick him up, Mellie, you hear a thud from the coffin next to you. Talon, you hear it as well. Thud, thud. Something punching against the top of the top of it. It's been nailed shut, by the way. And he looks at it and he says, "Don't do it! Don't do it!"
You better get very specific very quickly, sir.
I will ask, is there someone alive in there? To the coffin, to see if I'm going to get a response first.
We'll get no response, and you hear another thud, thud. You're like,
Mr.
we gotta get out of here.
You need to get very specific very quickly. What is going on?
He's starting to panic. He's starting to squirm, struggle, and everything. It's not a persuasion type of situation anymore. It's like you need to probably intimidate him if you want him to get talking. He's starting to panic.
Him.
Okay. Well, Mellie holds him.
Yep.
Sure, you can
slap
slap
some
him.
sense into him just to kind of snap him out.
Snap him out of the panic.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Roll me a d4, Alara.
Oh,
Okay.
actually.
Just enough to snap him out of it, right?
Yeah, most certainly.
Not to actually injure him. So I don't want to break his poor little cheekbones.
Well, he had 4 HP, so you could have knocked him out in theory. So,
Man.
Yeah, for real. You slap him, and he kind of focuses up, and he's like, you understand? We had to do it, Lord. We had to do it. And at this point, it's getting a very loud. Whatever it is starting to break out of the coffin.
Doesn't look like
Mellie-
a human.
You don't
Mellie
see it
has
yet.
a light bulb moment.
Mhm.
And her eyes start glowing gold as she looks around.
Noxious odor. You were just hit by this rank stench of undead from 2 directions, not just the one of the coffin. It's very clearly one in the coffin, but another direction in one of the other coffins as well. Whatever is inside is trying to break out right now. Wait, does it actually tell you what it is? You know the location, okay.
And I know the type.
Oh,
would
okay.
Is there
I'm
gaps
dead.
in the wood?
No, this has been nailed shut.
Yeah, no, you know how when wood lines up, there's still the slight gaps in it that liquid would leak through?
Not yet, but it probably will be as it punches up if you're willing to get that close to look.
I was more going to pour holy water over the top of
We
it.
can leave as soon
Oh,
as
not
you
that I
retrieve
understand.
what we're here for. Whatever else you've got yourself into is not our concern.
As they start talking, Mellie turns back, and her eyes are still gold. She's still got kind of that sense up, and just... Undead.
Like that. The undead are not our concern, just the bones.
Shut up, Goblin.
So there's no, I know what you're saying. When you're talking about cracks, like if it was like a deck or something, it's a solid top. So there's no actual cracks. It's just the cracks where if it pushes itself out, you know what I'm saying? Like in the side, there's cracks there, and it's starting to push its way up. You can try to toss some holy water in the crack if you want. But
Is there a crack in it?
there will, it's pushing itself up. It is 1 round away from pushing itself out, whatever the hell it is.
Mellie, could I quickly have one of your flasks?
My hands are a little busy as she's got this
Can
grown
I
man.
rifle through your pockets?
This 19-year-old just has this grown man fireman carried over both shoulders.
Alara's going to get way too close and personal to Mellie to grab one of her flasks out of wherever she's hiding them.
It's just a pouch.
Give me an athletics check, Ellie. He's trying to squirm out.
He will probably succeed. She's got the
Oh,
strength to get him up there, not the strength to hold him.
He's got a 10, Mellie. I keep calling you out.
Well, I mean,
He
shit.
got a 10.
It's fine. Oh, never mind. She is a stout little bean.
Let me go! Let me go! You are able to get the holy water out, and you can toss it into there
I would
if
like
you
to
want.
pour some of it in my quiver of arrows.
Okay.
So they're nice and soaked, and then the rest is going to go into the crack. Sizzle,
You've got
sizzle,
one
sizzle.
round. I'll give you the choice between the two. Which one do you want? Your arrows, or to toss it into the thing?
Arrows.
Okay. All right.
So at least it's going to stay fucking dead then.
Well, we'll see. As it.
Mellie just puts him down. Like, if you run, we're going to have a much worse conversation after this.
I'll cut off your knees.
He runs immediately to the corner.
Hey, at least he's in the corner.
As this fucking thing breaks through the coffin, it's very clearly some sort of fucking vampire, and it is.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's up immediately.
Beautiful.
Yep.
She's so hot.
Sure. That's one word. We might. Well, why don't we try and get one round out of this, and then we'll pick it up from there, huh? Roll me those initiatives. Your first foray with a vampire. Oh, it fucking rolled a 21. Holy shit.
Oh, joy.
Poor Talon. Why is this guy always in the spot for me to kill him? That's my question.
Strategic. It's fine.
Yeah, strategic, quote unquote.
I've got 19 AC now. It's good.
Oh, yeah, you're straight. That's right, you got your shields. You're good, yep. Oh, fuck, I can't give you a +2 shield. I have 20
I can't
AC.
have a shield with my longbow, man.
Well, the longbow's two-handed.
Yep.
The vampire will stand up. Let's see. No one's done anything yet. Okay, there we go. Basically, I chose between you two.
Beautiful.
It's going to go at Talon first. Claws first. It's not grappling, so it's just slicing, and it'll totally whiff, and then it's going to try to bite you. Oh, I think it'll hit. Harsh. You will also lose 5 of your max HP.
Always.
Oh, no.
Always, yeah, you do get it a lot, now that I think about it. Alara, where are you? Are you under Talon? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
All right. I
Yeah.
guess so. I guess I should have put you in the fucking rotation of being hit as well. I couldn't see you there.
I don't think that works that way.
Yeah, I don't either. You can move yourself back if you want. That's fine with me. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, that's fine. You can be there. You're the ranged character. It makes sense you're back there.
I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on this bitch.
Okay.
And then I am going to use one of my brand new ice. No, I'm going to use one of my my soaked arrows. And that's wet sloppy arrows.
I should mention as well, an ice arrow when it hits, it's one and done. It does not it'll be an arrow, but it won't be a magic arrow after it hits. Just to let you know.
Okay.
I should mention that because you're always retrieving your arrow, so I wanted to be clear.
I'm going to use the juicy arrow. So.
Holy water soaked one.
Yep, I gotcha.
Wow. I guess 11 doesn't hit.
11 does not hit. Nope.
Wow. Okay. Well, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, we got to get you something. There's a point where you will turn over, Alara, and you will be the sniper of the group. It's just
I
not.
just need a second attack. Like if I miss one,
That's
it
it,
won't
yeah.
matter, right?
That's when
It's like
Kelspira popped off.
Yep. When Kelspira, when she got 2 in a row with a hunter's mark on, it was like, cool. All right, that character's dead. Oh, that here. Yeah. All right. All right. Val. Yeah, Valmir. Oh yes, perfect.
You 3 are going to get that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
If you need to, and you haven't used your reaction yet, you can do so to move up to your full movement speed without provoke.
Nope, I'm saving my reaction.
Okay.
Is it straight line through or any line through?
In this situation, because it's so tight, it's going to be instance by instance. But here, you'll be flanking, if that's what you're asking. Yes.
Okay, yep. I'm like, I didn't know if I needed to move the
I
one
don't-
square down to be a straight line.
I'm gonna have to adjust because in Ravenloft, assuming we get there, is a lot of different factors. So, but right
Yeah.
now, yes, you are flanking.
Perfect. I will just take that extra reaction movement then.
Okay. Lovely. All right. Let's see what their wisdom is. Here's a 13. They have got a +3 to their wisdom check.
Oh, yay. Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
but it'll whiff badly, giving opportunity attacks to both. Mellie used a reaction to move already, didn't she?
Yes, so it'll be
Yeah.
Talon.
Oh, look where he's going to end up. Or where she's going to end up.
Great, Talon,
Like-
go.
Yeah, Talon, you can get an opportunity attack if you wish.
Whoop it.
Of course. If I could hit the buttons, that would be great.
I know, right? That's always the trick.
Whack her in the butt.
These one.
You get advantage on the first hit, right? Because it's when they move.
Yep. So 25 will hit. You're not raging yet, but 7. Okay. All right.
But that's me.
Okie dokie. Oh, right. And now it is your actual turn, Talon.
All right, I'm going to bonus action rage,
Okay.
which is going to give me I
don't remember what one was.
the shadowy tendrils.
Mm.
What is that one?
Something that I can see. I'll send it in the chat,
Yeah.
and I get 12 temporary hit points.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Yeah. So unfortunately, within 30 feet, maybe you might be able to reach him.
Yep.
Oh, just within 30. There you go. So a D12 necrotic damage. I like that one because the temp HP is really good. Okay.
I'm going to run up here because that's 30 feet.
Yep.
What's the save?
There's no save. It's when he rages. Remember Caesar's wild magic?
No, it says they must make a
Oh,
con saving throw.
Right.
It's 14.
14. Okay. Their con's pretty good, but not good enough. All right, that's good because I already took the HP off, so that works for me. All right. That'll hit for sure. All right, you've hit it enough at this point. Give me a perception or an insight check as you're hitting this thing.
Perception.
Yeah. Even the necrotic damage you did, it's hurting it, but it's not the full damage. Your scimitar and your necrotic damage, I should say.
That's fine.
All
But I
right.
shout that out to everybody else. It doesn't look like I'm hitting it as hard as I can. And that's my turn.
Okay, though, right?
You felt fine. Yours did, yep. It's because he's already hit it. He hit it like back to back. That was like, Mellie.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, if it hits, I am smiting.
Okay. You can have flanking. It's fine. We don't need it. It's time. The smite.
Undead, yes. Crit, no.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Triple sevens take me to a casino, motherfucker.
Oh, there it is. Holy shit.
777.
Waiting.
Triple sevens, time to go to a casino, baby.
It was looking at Talon. Now it's looking at you. Is that the end of your turn?
I've now boxed this man into this corner and I'm blocking the doors.
Yeah.
If he didn't smell like pee before, he does now.
Indeed. All right.
Considering the cinnamon roll just ran over with a glowing golden sword and bitch slapped of God did this thing.
All right, we're going to wrap it up there. But before we do, one's going to break out here as well.
Uh-huh.
Woo.
Now we have 2 to deal with. Should be fun. It will take that one's turn to go out of its thing. But Zang, go ahead and take us out. We'll start back tomorrow, or next time, not tomorrow. Fighting vampire
I was gonna
spawns.
say, tomorrow? Alright, let's go.
Whoa, slow down.
I'm so ready.
I'm good.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Do it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that will be it for today's session. Thank you for the game, and thank you guys for also playing in it. Also, thank you guys for hanging out in the chat with us. It's always appreciated. If you have yet to do so, please do like the video, comment below, all that stuff. If you have yet to do so, please consider subscribing. We do this currently three nights a week, but in about a month's time, give or take, we're going to be opening up a 4th campaign, and it's going to be really cool on a Tuesday. But yeah, next game session, I believe, is Friday, this Friday coming. We're getting close to wrapping up the end of the arc on that campaign and starting a new far away either. But yeah, the next game is on Friday, so we will catch you all then, hopefully. So until then, yeah, take it easy. I've completely messed up my outro. Until then, take it easy, and as always, if it's easy, take it twice. And my brain just died on me for a second there. It's late. Forgive me. We'll catch you Friday. Bye.
Later,